Lead is an environmental neurotoxicant that causes neurocognitive deficits and cardiovascular and metabolic disorders. It also disproportionately affects socially disadvantaged communities. The association between lead exposure and children's IQ has been well studied, but few studies have examined the effects of blood lead on children's physiological stress and behavior. 3 University of Pennsylvania School of Nursing, Penn Nursing, studies shed light on how lead can affect children and adolescents' physiological stress and emotional, behavioral development. Until now, however, few studies have tested the association between lead exposure and the physiological stress response, which in and of itself may act as a precursor to and/or underlying mechanism of detrimental health outcomes. A study from Penn Nursing adds new evidence suggesting that early childhood lead exposure is significantly associated with dysregulated heart rate variability during an induced stress task in early adolescence, indicative of a dysregulated stress response. Understanding these relationships could help to develop interventions to target this biological mechanism and thereby reduce the harmful effects of lead exposure for children at greatest risk, said senior author and principal investigator Zhonghong Liu, Ph.D., R.N., Fan, the Marjorie O. Rendell Endo. Liu is also director of the NIH-funded China Jintan Child Health Project, which follows more than 1,000 children in Jintan, China from preschool into adolescence to understand the influence of exposure to environmental lead, nutrition, and psychosocial factors on their behavior. The article, Early Childhood Lead Exposure and Adolescent Heart Rate Variability, a longitudinal cohort study, was published in the journal Environmental Research and is available online. Co-authors also include Penn Nursing's Jennifer A. Pinto-Martin, Ph.D., MPH, and Peggy Compton, Ph.D., R.N., Fan. A similar study from Liu, published in the International Journal of Hygiene and Health in 2020, investigated the gaps in understanding about the effects of lead on resting heart rate. These findings have potentially important implications for public health and environmental regulation as well as understanding biological mechanisms that link social inequality with health outcomes, especially in youth from low-income, urban areas, says Liu. These findings also highlight the importance of both social and environmental determinants of adolescent health. They underline the need to mitigate adverse social influences and monitor lead exposure in children's environments to reduce likelihood of developing problems with externalizing behaviors, a risk factor for criminality and lower social mobility later in life. Make a difference. Sponsored Opportunity Story Source. Materials provided by University of Pennsylvania School of Nursing. Note: content may be edited for style and length. Environmental Research, 2022. 204-112396 doi. 10. 1016, J. Envers. 2021. 112396 Zhonghong Liu, Jill Portnoy, Phoebe Naishui Kui, Anna Rudo Hutt, Chonggai Yan, Adrian Rain, Eamon Chen. International Journal of Hygiene and Environmental Health, 2021. 233-113685 doi. 10. 1016, J. IJ. 2020. 113685 Olivia M. Halibitsky, Jennifer A. Pinto-Martin, Peggy Compton, Zhonghong Liu. Lead as a social determinant of child and adolescent physiological stress and behavior. Science Daily, the 11th of April 2022. ift.tt/13 Fohim. University of Pennsylvania School of Nursing, 2022, April 11. Lead as a social determinant of child and adolescent physiological stress and behavior. https://ift. tt. 13 FO him. Accessed April 11, 2022. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.